Good afternoon, Seth. I hope you're having a good day. We've missed you today in theater and in our check-in. I really wish you would come to class so that we could all be together. But today we're going to be working on page 144 in your Kumon book, and we're on lesson 24. Our first equation is negative 30 divided by negative 5 divided by negative 6. Okay, so we're going to deal with our negative divided by negative, and we're going to have a positive. 30 divided by 5 is 6, and I'm left with positive 6 divided by negative 6. Okay, a positive divided by a negative, the signs are different, which means we're going to end up with a negative. What's 6 divided by 6? 1. Our answer is negative 1. Okay. Let's look at our next equation. Our next equation looks a little different. Okay, so let's pay attention to that one. Negative 30 divided by negative 5 divided by negative 6. Now, it looks like it would be the same equation, but it's different because we have these brackets, meaning we need to deal with this first. Now, 5 cannot be divided by 6 regularly, right? And they're both negatives, which means we're going to have a positive. So we're going to write a fraction. We're going to write that as a fraction. I'm going to have negative 30 divided by positive 5 over 6. Okay, do you remember, Seth, when we were doing fractions, that dividing by a fraction is multiplying by the reciprocal of the fraction, meaning we flip it. 6 over 5. Okay, now I have a negative times a positive, meaning I'm going to have a negative. And I need to do some cross out. And I'm left with negative 6 times positive 6, which gives me negative 36. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Number 3 says 10 times 0 divided by negative 3. Well, what's 10 times 0, Seth? It's 0. 0 divided by negative 3. Well, we can't divide 0 by anything. It will just be 0. That one was very easy. Okay, let's work to number 4. Negative 3 divided by negative 4 times negative 4/5. Okay, so we have a negative divided by a negative. Now, 3 is not divided by 4 evenly, so we're going to write it as a fraction. But it's negative divided by negative, which gives me a positive. Positive 3/4 times negative 4/5. Okay, I got some cross out multiplication to do. Okay, but it's a positive times a negative, which means I'm going to have a negative as my final answer. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 5 is 5. I get negative 3/5. Okay, moving on to number 5. Negative 3 divided by negative 4 times 4/5 equals. Okay, so I'm going to deal with this first. Negative 3 divided by negative 4 times 4/5. Well, we could look at it like that too, right? Well, negative times a positive is going to give me a negative. Negative 16/5. Okay? But if I have a number divided by a fraction, negative times negative 5/16. Negative times a negative is a positive. I'm left with positive 15/16. Okay, I'm going to do one more with you, and I would like you to try to do the last 4 on your own. I think you can handle this. 1/5 times -3 divided by 6/11. Okay, we're going to deal with this first. I have a positive times a negative, which is going to give me a negative. 1 times 3 is 3. 5 times 1 is 5, divided by 6/11. When we're dividing a fraction, we're really multiplying by the reciprocal. 3/5 times 11/6. Some cross out multiplication. And I'm left with a negative times a negative, which is going to give me a negative times a positive, which is going to be a negative. 1 times 11 is 11. 10 times 2, or 5 times 2 is 10, and I'm left with -1 and 1/10. It is a negative. Okay, Seth, I hope this is helping. I hope you're watching these videos. I haven't heard from you. If you could please email me after you watch this video an update on how your math is going, I would appreciate that. Bye.